Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I just got done finally watching The Punisher, Marvel's Punisher. It was released on Netflix, and wow. I really loved this show. I did. And what I loved about it the most was not only Jon Bernthal as Frank Castle, aka The Punisher. He's a character who was brought into Daredevil Season 2. He was great in that season, probably the best part of that season. And even though we got some of his backstory, this show still took the time to really break it down, break him down as a character and break down his backstory with flashbacks or dream sequences. I lost count over how many times this character would go to sleep, have the same recurring dream of his wife being shot right in front of him in the head, his kids being killed, and we saw it, and it was brutal, it was sad. So many things about the character is tragic, but you understand him. You understand why he just wants to go out there and kill as many criminals as he wants. And that's another thing that makes him special and different from any other Marvel superhero, is that he will kill. He will brutally kill, viciously kill whoever he feels like he needs to. And that's what makes him different. You don't have to agree with everything that he does or the way he goes about going after criminals, but he does have a code. He does have his own law. Some of the other characters, Microchip, who is a character that I was aware of, I knew of. I knew that he would become like the Punisher's right-hand man, but to see how the two of them meet and how it doesn't quite start off at the right foot, but once they do get past that trust, once they do get to an understanding, it's great to see them work together. I really like this actor. He has a messed up backstory as well with his family. They think he's dead, but he keeps tabs on them. And then it gets even weirder when Frank ends up sort of keeping tabs on his family almost for him, but that goes in an awkward direction. Other characters, we have Dina Madani, who is this cop. She gets assigned to look for Frank Castle. She thinks he's a terrorist, a crazy killer that has to be put down. And she goes all out, especially at the beginning. But as she delves deep into this case, as she starts to hear more of the stories and more of what's going on, she does come around. I thought her character was interesting. At first, you might be thinking, well, why are we following her? Why are we following her hooking up with this guy, Billy? Like, what's the point of all of it? But then, that's what I love about the Netflix writing. The writing is so much better than any other superhero TV show that I'm currently watching, like Gotham or Arrow, or any of those shows on CW, because this writing, it's for important stuff. Everything makes sense. Everything happens for a reason. Everything comes together. So that's what I appreciated watching this, that there wasn't really any time wasted. The action, I will say, it's not like balls to the wall action every single scene, but you don't need that. When the action does happen, it matters. It's important, and it's shot so well. And when I say shot, I'm not just talking about Frank going around shooting people or stabbing people viciously, which is great as well. But when the action happens, it's brutal, it's violent, it's bloody. This is Marvel. And you almost forget that on Netflix they can get away with all of that viciousness. Deborah Ann Wool comes back as Karen Page, who was in Daredevil, was in all of these shows. It was nice to see her back. I almost thought she was going to be on the show a little bit more, but the chemistry between the two of them, I'm almost rooting for Karen and Frank to get together. And Jason Moore plays Curtis, who at first you're waiting for Claire. You're waiting for that character who Frank's going to need somebody who's a nurse or a medical person to stitch him up because you know he's going to get roughed up bad. But Curtis becomes that guy. And not only that, but they go way back in the military. You get a lot of military background stuff and the messed up stuff that they had to do. And Curtis ended up being a good character. Last but not least, let's talk about Ben Barnes. Ben Barnes is an old best friend of Frank Castle, and he is one of the villains. And at first I didn't really know what to make of him. I didn't know if I liked this actor in this role because I've seen him in other things, and I wasn't quite buying him at first, but towards the end, as it started to go on, I did buy him. He did win me over. He can come off as sick and sadistic. Obviously, I enjoyed The Punisher. It was much better, way better than Iron Fist. That's for sure. And hell, I think I even enjoyed this a little bit more than The Defenders. Because The Defenders had its moments, but this was just more straightforward. This was just bare bones, no magic, no ninjas, none of that stuff. Just let's kill people. And that's what The Punisher is all about. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too saw The Punisher. Did you like it? Did you love it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!